Hey, Patrick Story with MC Mortgage Group. Wanted to go over the cost of waiting. So what we're going to do is we're going to take an example of a $500,000 purchase price right now at 6.99% and go over a 6 month, a 1 year, a 2 year, and a 3 year of what it would take to basically the difference in what the appreciation does to your payment and what that looks like. So what we're going to do is go over property value as of today is 500,000. You're going to put 5% down, which is 25,000, 30-year fix. Basically showing just an example of today's rates around 6.99, paying 1 point. The mortgage insurance based off of a 720 to 739 credit score is about $143 a month. So your annual principal and interest payment for year one would be $37,884. Now, the principal and interest payment on a monthly basis is $3,157, and by the time we've done taxes, insurance, PMI, as $3,871 on a monthly basis. So total annual expenses being $46,450. Estimated closing cost, the hard closing cost outside of your point that you're paying are about $3,832. This does not include your homeowner's insurance policy or your escrow account because those are prepaids. Again, we do not require that you always escrow. So that's something we can go over in detail. But just rough, hard cost, down payment, hard cost without any seller concessions around $33,582. All right. So assumptions here. 6 months down the road. Right now, we're December of 2023, so this puts us middle of summer of 2024 with a average appreciation. And let's just say that it's appreciated about 3% between now and next summer, because as we get into the spring months, the buying season picks up and more demand. So your seller's going to be able to get more and more value or asking price for what they're wanting to sell. Taking a property value of $515,000 with a loan amount of $489,000 loan amount. You can see here that you've got to put a little bit more in down payment. Granted, the interest rate has come down a half a point. Keep everything else basically the same. Your mortgage insurance is a little bit higher here because you've got a higher loan amount. Total principal and interest for the year being $37,145. Payment overall is a little bit less, but you can see it only goes from $38.71 to $38.13. So not really a big drop in your payment from that perspective. So continue moving forward, and I'm not going to go through this in detail, but you can see 1 year down the road, appreciation next by the end of 2024, the property should have appreciated from a national average around that 5% mark. You can look 2 years, 3 years, and of course this starts compounding on itself. So this shows that if you were to buy something today for $500,000, that essentially in 3 years from now, which is an average appreciation of about 5%, that this property is going to be worth about $571,000. That is huge. Appreciation of property over time, payments over time. If you look here, I mean, it's kind of crazy. Look at what your payment would be, even though it's $31.57 right now. Literally in 2 years and 3 years, you're about what you are, or you're paying more, even though the interest rates have dropped down to, let's just say, 6% at that point. All right. So cost of waiting analysis from a high level. Basically, what you're looking at here is the payment difference. If you wait 6 months, yeah, it might be a little bit cheaper, $58 by dropping a half a point. A year from now, $141 by dropping a full point in interest rate. But here is what you are losing out of. You are losing out in this property appreciation. $15,499 in 6 months, $28,000 in a year, $50,000 in 2 years, and $71,000 in 3 years. That is a lot of appreciation for this property. You've also lost the forced appreciation because when you make your payment every month, you've got money going to principal to beat down the principal. So this is also showing you how much you've beat down in a principal reduction plus how much in appreciation. So you're talking about $87,000 in 3 years, and that's worth a 5% appreciation over the next 3 years. So you can now see how wealth is built through real estate. Just some more graphs that we've got here. 6 months, 1 year, those kind of things. So, guys, if you have any questions, give me a call back, 910-200-8859. I'll be more than happy to show you why it always is better to buy today instead of waiting, because you're leaving a lot of money on the table if you do that. All right, take care.